alive and alert on the north side of the dirt. It is your man D Real coming at you with another Be Real with D Real, where edutainment is what I do. The Last of Us, episode 7. A lot of stuff happened, and we learned some things. We learned a lot of things, didn't we? Okie dokie. Here we go. But before we get off into that, I need y'all to do what you always do for me. Comment, like, subscribe, and share the Be Real with D Real page so that when new material comes out, you get it. If you digging what a brother's shoveling, put some dirt in my bucket. Comment, like, subscribe, and share the page. Okay, episode 7. Now, the first thing I want to say about episode 7, way to go, Ellie dragging Joel off the side of the railroad tracks and finding someplace safe to put him and the horse. And so I'm like, wow, okay. little strip of a girl put in some work, didn't she? But we see her trying to help Joel, who had succumbed to his injuries from the attack in episode 6 and had passed out while they were riding on the horse, fell off. So Ellie got him safe. She got him sitting down in a place where he was reasonably safe, and she figured she was gonna go get help. But then Joel tells her to leave. And she's going to leave too, eventually. I mean, he practically and literally throws her out of the way. I mean, he injured, but he still got strength to toss her around. Anywho, she's on the way out the door. And just as she hits the top of the stairs and opens the door, she has a flashback. And as we're starting to see, flashbacks are an essential part of The Last of Us. They explain who, what, when, where, why, how. And we see Ellie in the early days and how she's being trained to be an officer. But she's not too enthused about it. And she's got a chick that's bullying her. Well, not necessarily bullying her, but trying to motivate her to do better. But she's like, I don't give up. And she ends up getting socked in the face because she wants to try to defend herself, because this young lady tells her, your friend ain't here to protect you. And so she's like, I don't need no protection. And she's got a little bruise under her eye. So we find out, man, she might need a little bit of protection. Okay. And then we are introduced to her best friend, Riley Abel, played by Storm Reed, who y'all might recognize as Rue's little sister Gia from Euphoria, as if you watch Euphoria. But anyway, she's the older one, and she's been gone for about 3 weeks. So it's like, wow, okay, is this what it's like to play hooky in post-apocalyptic times? Maybe. And so she comes back through the window and lets Ellie know, first and foremost, that she's joined the Fireflies. And she's got a 45 that she keeps, doughboy style in her waist. And Ellie asks to hold it. And she lets her ever so briefly. And asks her, to come along with her because they got a little mission they need to go on. And Ellie's skeptical about going because she doesn't want to get in trouble. But she goes anyway. And Yeah, already if you haven't played the game, you kind of get the impression there's some vibes. You know what I'm saying? Some I'm feeling you and you feeling me kind of vibes because they're holding hands here and there, locking eyes and quickly turning away, that kind of thing. So, it's like, so this is gonna be Ellie's puppy love moment. And so it is. And finally, Riley takes her to a building, actually, that is a mall, and tells her to go inside. And they go inside and tells her to go in a room, hang a right, go down the hall. And she actually turns the lights on in the mall. And they're in the mall, hanging out, kicking it, doing things, you know. She gets to ride a carousel. Um, she gets to play video games, She gets to see Victoria's Secrets. I don't think she's too enthused about Victoria's Secrets, but eventually the two kind of get into a conversation of, why she's doing all of this. And she lets her know the Fireflies are transferring her to another place, and she's spending this night with her because she came to say goodbye. And they share a kiss and they share their feelings. And as always, in situations like this, something ends up happening. There's an infected in the mall, and the infected gets up and goes searching for them. It finds them. Riley is a terrible shot. She gets attacked by the infected. Ellie tries to help her fight. Now, they eventually dispatch this infected, but not before both of them are bitten. And now we already know Ellie's immune, but we know what apparently what ends up happening to Riley. And so rather than leaving Joel to die, she comes back and decides to sit with him. But then relents again, because he's going to need help, more help than she's able to give him. And when she leaves, he's looking kind of, you know what I mean? And in the previews for the next episode, we see that Ellie's going to be out on her own and she's going to be dealing with the cannibals. Hopefully, I have not revealed too much at this point, but yeah, she's going to be dealing with some cannibals. If you haven't played the game, get ready. If you have played the game, get ready. Now, here's the question that everybody has been, at least the people who know, have been asking since this series premiered. Is Joel gonna die? I mean, apparently that is something that does indeed happen. And we come across, I'm not gonna reveal, I'm not gonna reveal the names. I'm not there, you just that right there. Very brutal death. Is that going to happen in the series? And is the series going to follow the events of the sequel game? That is interesting. Very, very interesting indeed. Now, we can discuss it in the comments if y'all want to discuss it in the comments. But it is something that is interesting that's going to happen. Is this a post-apocalyptic zombie type show, or is this drama? There's a question right there. I think about it a lot when I'm watching these episodes, and I'm thinking to myself, you better have some action, you better have some action, something better happen, an infected better come out, a group of people better come out, some raiders better come out, some cannibals better come out. Something needs to happen. I understand a lot of HBO Max shows are drama driven, but this one needs to be action driven too. And I know we're getting, closer to the end of the season, but y'all gonna have to come with it. I believe, what was it, episode 5? Episode 5 had the most action in it of any episode, I want to say. Episode 1 and episode 5. But I'm gonna need y'all at HBO Max to step it on up and give us some action, because that's what we need for this show. That's the way the show is built. Like, oh my God, this is going to happen. Oh my God, that's going to happen. You know what I mean? A little more action, if you would. Please, please, pretty please, with sugar on top. But yeah, the episode delves deeply into pre-meeting Joel, Ellie. And we find out also too, Riley was under the auspices of Marlene, just like Ellie was when we discovered her in episode 1. Why Marlene teach Riley how to shoot straight? I don't know. But, that's what you get when you get what you get. Anyway, if you're not watching The Last of Us, you need to. I know some people say it's boring because it's a lot of drama, and I agree, it is a lot of drama. We need to, all of this relationship and love story and this and that and the third. That's all cool and fine, but yeah, I'm gonna need a little bit more action in these next couple episodes. We got cannibals coming up, so stay tuned. That's it for now, but fret not. I will be here next time to give you what you asking for, or what I'm going to give you. That was weird. We're going to have to work on that. I'll be coming at y'all with another one of the other ones. Until then, y'all be good. Be good to each other. Peace.